if I see the black market, then I can pivot into chain low percent hell. And to spot the black market in Spelunky HD without the Ujidai is both more difficult and easier than it is in Spelunky 2. The difficult part is that you don't have any context clues, really. Like, you can't look at back layers to figure out where the black market might not be. You don't have any indication for if a level is or is not the black market. Like, for example, in Spelunky 2, if you see the pet, that level cannot contain the black market. In Spelunky HD, there's no such luck with that. So the upside is that the black market door itself is extremely obvious if you know what you need to look for. And as we get to the jungle here, we're going to find and open the black market, and I'll sort of point out what I'm trying to notice when I'm playing. So on screen right now is the black market, and if you haven't noticed it and aren't, you know, used to it, that's totally fair, because there's a lot of green on the screen and leaves and vines and stuff, and nothing obviously stands out to you as the black market. So the thing about Spelunky is that every exit has its own special texture, okay? That's true of both of the games, although in Spelunky 2, the reason why I mentioned that it's harder in that game to spot it is because some of the back layer doors that allow you to enter the black market in that game are very subtle. So in Spelunky HD, that's not the case. All of the exits have very distinctive visual representations that you can easily spot, right? Like, they want you to know that you are looking at the exit of the level. Look at this simple, the mines one isn't super distinctive because it's just like wood cross beams, but in the jungle, there's a distinctive patch of leaves. Maybe you can spot it while I explain. Like, in ice caves, there's a specific ice pattern. In temple, there's those like arches that you look for, and in hell, there's those insane spike pillar doors that look horrible. So in the jungle, we're looking for a distinctive leaf texture to be able to identify the exit, and that is currently visible on screen. In case you haven't seen it yet, it's just below me and to the left, right? There's a leaf pattern poking out from like the corner right there. That is the texture for the black market, and it is visible anywhere in like a one tile radius around it. So to find the black market is not always possible to do without the Ujidai, because sometimes, if you can imagine that black market was instead embedded into the terrain over here, I would have no way of knowing that it's there because the texture just simply wouldn't be visible. But that's why when running through the black market and in categories where you potentially want to go and do a chain low percent run, it's important to be analyzing like the edges of all of the terrain as you're running through the jungle to look out for these textures, right? So once you eventually find it, you can decide, okay, do I want to go and do chain low percent now, or do I want to stick to what I'm doing, right? And in this context, I am 100% going to go and do chain low percent. And now, given that information, we need to rob the black market. We need to obtain the Ankh. Now, this isn't a no gold run, so technically I could have grabbed $50,000 and just purchased the Ankh, but I'm not super interested in doing that because it takes forever, and you know, I might not even find the black market if that happens, so that kind of sucks. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to steal the Ankh. So a couple things. Number one, this frog is a huge pain. It's really funny how this layout for the Ankh shop is so frog incompatible. You'll see as we're doing this here that this frog is going to jump back and forth onto the ladder platform and then over to the right and then onto the ladder platform repeatedly. And you might be thinking, okay, well, if that's an issue, why don't you get him to jump over to the left and just be over in that area? Well, easier said than done. In theory, the way that I would want to do that is I would drop into the Ankh shop, go to the right, get this frog to rebound off of this tile to land a little further to the left, and then have him jump to the left and maybe get up onto this tile, and then send him over here. That takes a little while. It's kind of annoying and tedious to do, because if we just get him to jump to the left on this ladder platform, he'll fall into the Ankh shop, which is even worse, and happens in a lot of runs. So this is a really good example of how in pacifist categories, really innocuous small details could actually add variables to the gameplay, like a frog spawned here. Now this Ankh grab is going to be much more annoying for me. The other detail is that we only saw it briefly, but as I was navigating over to the right on the Ankh shop, we did notice that the layout up here is very important. So generally when you're doing BM robs in categories, there's sort of two avenues to be taken. You can either escape through the middle shops, which are the ones that we just ran through, or you can escape through the top shop.
Let's see. Last PB was 530, so that's really good.